It is Thursday, August 22nd, and I am officially starting my next weekly reading vlog. And this is my Readathon of the Soul week 1 reading vlog. I posted my Readathon of the Soul TBR video already, so just go check out my channel if you want to see the books that I am planning on reading during this TBR. And I just took a shower. The lighting is shit in my apartment, so please just try to ignore like everything bad about this video right now. It started 2 days ago on the 20th. I've been working, so I haven't really taken the time to read. I started reading this. This is Wikipedia, A Modern Day White Witch's Guide by Sean Robbins and Leanna Greenaway. So this is going to be for the prompt, a book with 2 authors or a book that represents me, because I'm starting to get into Wicca. Yeah, I showed it in my TBR, but here is my bullet journal spread for Readathon of the Soul. I love it so much, and every single time I finish a prompt, I'm gonna color in the hearts purple for whatever prompt I'm doing. So this is the prompt for Make It Right and Persona. So I started this and I am on, it says part 1, but I'm on page 20. It's a very small like size book, but I mean it has many pages. It has 285 pages. Basically what this book is about, it's a Wikipedia, which if you guys know, Wikipedia is like a website where you like learn things, like you Google it and then like you learn about it, but it's spelled like Wicca. Like, I don't want to say religion because I don't want to say Wicca's really a religion. You get what I mean? It's like a spiritual religion type thing. So this is just a like new age modern guide to that way of life, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it a religion, some people call it a way of life, things like that. So I wanted to learn more about it, and the cover drew me in because as you guys can see, it's beautiful. But so far it's just talked about like the altars and the things that people put on their altar, and then I just started part 1, which is called The Spiritual World, and it says chapter 1, witches never die, they just get recycled. So that's really cool, and it just talks about like the past of witches, like witches being murdered and things like that, and then it talks about like new age witches and just teaches you basically how to be like Wiccan, and I'm hoping that this really helps me get into the whole Wicca stuff. But I'm taking a break. I think I'm going to, it's like 5 o'clock, so I guess I'll make like an early dinner. I didn't really eat much this morning at all, and maybe watch like Books with Chloe's new reading vlog, or Brittany the Bibliophile. They both posted reading vlogs, so I'll probably watch those while I'm eating like a sandwich, because I don't feel like making anything other than a sandwich. I seriously like hardcore cleaned my whole apartment today because I hate feeling dirty. So I've cleaned my apartment. I've only been here not even 2 weeks, and I've already cleaned my apartment probably 4 or 5 times. It's probably not very healthy to clean it this much, but I'm just being weird. But anyway, I'm gonna make a sandwich. So if you guys are new to my channel, this reading channel, and you know nothing about my main channel, I recently moved into my first apartment last Saturday, I think. It feels a lot longer, like it really does, but I haven't even been here a full 2 weeks yet. And I'm also, 2 days ago, I ordered some books from bookoutlet.com, so I'm gonna be doing a haul for that. But I'm just very excited for the videos to make in this apartment. I wanna do like an updated bookshelf tour, but I want to buy another bookshelf from IKEA. I have the 2 bookshelves right there, but I just feel like another bookshelf right here would fill out the space pretty well. But I'm not going to get another one until I actually have books to fill the space out. I'm gonna be smart about it, but I did order like 8 books from Book Outlet the other day just because they were so cheap. It was like 8 books for $35. Also, one struggle that I've really been having living alone is that I've been having a hard time opening cans and caps myself. And it's so sad because I just really want these fucking pickles right now, and then I just can't open them. I opened it. Oh my god. I did it. Fun fact about this turkey is that this is like the deli turkey from Walmart, because I like deli turkey better than like the ones that you can just like buy. And when I went grocery shopping, they didn't have it, and I was like kind of upset about it, but I was like, whatever, I mean, it's not a big deal. And then a couple days later, my mom came to my apartment and she was like, I bought this turkey for you because I saw that you were upset about it not being there. And I was like, oh. And I also didn't buy a big, usually like at home, we would lettuce like this in like a big Ziploc bag. I didn't buy any big Ziploc bags, so I've been using plastic wrap. It was a little bit big for my sandwich, but. in the afternoon, or I guess night now. I have spent the past couple hours watching Brittany the Bibliophile and Books of Chloe, catching up on the videos that I haven't watched while I was like moving and stuff, and doing things in my bullet journal. I finally made my cover page of my bullet journal, and I really like the way that it came out. It's like rainbow, obviously. I put my rating system, and then I just put like my social medias down there, and then just some random washi tape to kind of pull it all together. But I really like the way it came out. And then I just finished my August playlist. It's not the end of August, but I just put 3 MFAC songs because I saw them in concert and I met them. So I just ordered some printer ink from Amazon because I got paid, and printer ink is $60. So I ordered the ink, and I'm going to print out the picture that I took with the members of Impact and InFact, and I'm going to tape it or glue it right here. And then I don't think I've shown my books read in August page, but that's what my books read in August page looks like. And then I'm just gonna start filling it in like that. And I hate how it bled through from the paint pens on that one side. But I've been using these Posca paint pens that I've had for a couple years now, and I finally put them to good use, and I've been using them in my bullet journal, and they don't bleed through the paper, but they're super thick and pigmented. So I've been using these. I got them on Amazon a couple years ago. I'm surprised they're not dried out or anything, but I cut the inside of my mouth the other day, so it really hurts to talk. Like the whole side of my cheek down here is just like cut up on the inside, and I don't know how I did it, but it does not feel very good. But I am going to put on an ASMR room, and I'm probably going to do like a witchy sounds for the ASMR room to read some more of this, to kind of just put it in the right mood. Here's one. This one's called Witch's Room Ambience, Bubbling Cauldron, Potions, Crackling Sounds, and Liquid Sounds. Oh, there's like a little cat. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So I'm going to listen to that while I read some more of this Wikipedia book. It's 9 o'clock at night. I am on I'm on chapter 8, page 104. So I've read that much of the book, and my camera is gonna go all bad quality because the lighting in here is bad. But so far the book is like pretty interesting. I feel like it's definitely stuff that I could have just looked up online, obviously. It seems to be more of a Wikipedia guide from the perspective of these two authors. Like, this is their Wicca experience, so they wrote a book. Like, this is how to be a Wiccan, but in my point of view, like in my opinion. I don't know if that makes sense. There is a lot of useful information in here though. Like, we have the candle colors and meanings in here, and then we had all of the, not all of the, but there was like some herbs, some spells, things like that. The chapter that I stopped reading at is crystals, which I'm very interested in crystals itself. So it goes throughout many of the crystals and explains what they are, what they do, and things like that. That's where I stopped. But I got bored with it. I just didn't feel like reading it anymore, so I started watching more booktube, because I haven't watched booktube in a couple weeks because, like I said, I've been moving and stuff, so I haven't really sat down and watched any booktube videos. So I'm currently watching Leo read because her book popped up on my recommended. I've heard good things about her. I'm probably gonna subscribe, honestly. And making cinnamon rolls because I don't want to like make a full-on dinner because I ate like a couple hours ago. So I'm making some cinnamon rolls to fill me up for the rest of the night, and then I'll probably have like 6 cinnamon rolls left that I'm just gonna put in the fridge and heat up later. That's one, I guess, not bad thing about living alone, is that a lot of things that you make for so many people, but there's only one of you, so you have a lot of leftovers, but some things aren't good heated up. Luckily, cinnamon rolls are amazing heated up. Yeah, I'm watching Leo Reed's book haul video, which I love me some book hauls. And then when I don't feel like watching booktube anymore, I'm either gonna continue to read this, and I kind of want to finish it tonight, or I'm gonna start one of the other books for the Readathon of the Soul. I really want to start Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, so I think I'm going to try to start that tonight. I don't know why I want to read it so bad. It just, the cover just keeps like calling me. It's 11 at night. I just finished the Wikipedia book. I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like it did have some really good like informational things, especially for newer people getting into Wicca like me. But I also feel like it was more of like these authors talking about how they do things and like their personal experiences, which is cool in some aspects. Like one of the authors was talking about like their Ouija board experience and things like that, but there was also talking about like talking to people on the other side and Ouija boards and things like that, and I'm not personally going to be anyone that does things like that. I am someone who is very interested in the like other side and the spirit world and stuff like that, but I also don't want to dive into it just because I feel like, especially me being by myself here, it's just like too much for me to handle just being able to do those things. So it's not something that I'm interested in, but I guess I'll give this book like 3 out of 5 stars because it was still good, but I didn't like absolutely love it, and I feel like it had enough information where you can definitely learn stuff. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's about it. This is the first like guide book I've ever really read, but I liked the way the authors wrote. I liked their, like the way they wrote and the way they talked and stuff. It was really easy to understand. So I officially just finished my first book for the Readathon of the Soul. I'm very proud of myself. I've been reading this almost all day today, so I'm very proud of finishing this book today. So I'm going to fill out my bullet journal. Purple hearts for the make it right prompt. So we're 3 days in and I finished 1 book, and I've seen people that have already done like 2 or 3 books, so we shall see. But the next prompt I'm going to start is Home, which is read a book with your BTS bias, and I'm going to read Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, and I'm going to use my Yoongi photo card as the bookmark. Y'all, it's the next day, Friday, I think, and I'm making dinner, and I have made myself a feast. I probably won't even eat half of this, and I didn't really make it, I just like heated it up. But I made some barbecue cheese mashed potatoes, some macaroni, and I'm currently making chicken tenders. So yeah, making a freaking whole ass meal. I started reading Wicked Fox last night, and I really was enjoying it. It was like 1 in the morning, so I finally decided to go to sleep for the night because I had to wake up for work. So I think I'm on like chapter 8. I don't know if I'll do any more reading tonight. Season 3 of 13 Reasons Why came out today, and I don't even really like the show, but for some reason I'm very intrigued as to why Bryce was murdered or killed, or I don't know, however he died. So I'm watching it. So I probably won't read tonight because if I start reading I'm just gonna fall asleep, and I do have to work in the morning, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat dinner and probably update you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is September 1st. It's been a while since I last updated you guys on this reading vlog, and I apologize. It's honestly because I have not been reading, because I have been very busy. The last time I saw you or updated you guys, I have no idea when the last time it was, but in that time frame I got a cat. I have a video on my main channel of like me adopting her and stuff if you guys want to check that out. And I got a tattoo and all this stuff, so I have not been reading, but today I've finally had 1 day to do nothing, and I have been listening to the audiobook for Wicked Fox because I wanted to listen to audiobook while I was doing things. I'll show you guys in a second, but I redid my bookcases where everything is like the same height, so it looks a little bit neater. So I was listening to an audiobook while I was doing that, and then it's September, so I'm going to make my September entry in my reading bullet journal and listen to the audiobook while I'm doing that. So far, what I think about Wicked Fox is I don't love it. It does kind of remind me of a K-drama in a sense, like the way the writing is and the personalities and everything. So far, like I said, I don't know if I did say, but I'm on chapter 12. There's not much action going on. It's mainly just like character backstories and character development, and not much action or much adventure going on. Not as much as I thought there would be, but there is still a lot left of the story. We'll see if it gets to that point. But so far, it's like a 3-star read. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better. I'm not 100% loving it right now, but this is what I was doing this morning while listening to the audiobook. As you guys can see, most of the books are now in height order. I just think it looks a lot neater. Not all of the series are with each other. Not all of the authors are with each other. I haven't fixed the Shadowhunters shelf yet. That's the only shelf that I have not done yet, but everything else is the way I'm liking it. It looks way neater to me. And yeah, I got my nice little litter box and cat tower over there that she's not even using. She literally just sits in my room and sleeps. Here she is. She's sleeping. She has a sock around her neck because she got spayed a couple days ago, and she is not very coordinated with the cone, so I made a homemade sock cone for her. So so that's why she looks a little derpy. But yeah, I have a whole vlog with her on my main channel, so I'm not gonna really talk about her that much here. But I'm just gonna continue to listen to the audiobook of Wicked Fox, do the September bullet journal spread. I think I'm gonna do like a fall theme because fall is this month, so I'm very excited. I'm really hoping it starts cooling off because it's still like 98 degrees in Georgia, which is annoying as hell, but I just finished listening to the audiobook of Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. I'm really disappointed that I don't really like it that much. I'm probably gonna rate it 2 stars. There's a lot of scenes and like things that I did appreciate enough where I can give it 2 stars, but it wasn't a book that I really even liked that much. I liked it at the beginning and then it just kept going and going, and it's like the author could not think of anything else to put in the story, so she just kept putting just like things that just weren't really needed. I didn't feel a connection with the 2 main characters, Mi Young and Ji Hoon. I just didn't feel anything like between them. It was like an insta love type thing, and I'm just not really a fan of those types of stories anymore. I am giving it 2 stars because I really appreciated like the Korean mythology and like the story being based in Seoul is why I'm giving it 2 stars. I really liked the writing. I thought the author's like writing and style was really easy to read and fun. I just don't feel like the story was entertaining, I guess, for me. I know a lot of people like have iffy ratings about it. There's a lot of booktubers that rate it like 5 stars, and then there's some that rate it like 2 stars like me, and I guess it's just not my cup of tea. There's definitely going to be a second book. By the way, the epilogue ended, like 100% there's going to be another book, but I don't think I'll be picking up the second book. I did appreciate it, but I didn't love it. But I got so bored towards the middle that I literally sped the audiobook up to like 2 times speed, which is not normal for me. And I was just listening to it while I was doing random things just so I could get it over with. Like, that's bad, okay? But I did really like the author's like writing style and everything for sure. So finished a prompt for the readathon of the soul finally. I can now fill it in on my bullet journal spread that I finished the book. So I have 2 prompts done for Readathon of the Soul, and now I have 5 more to do. I don't know which book I want to read next. I think I may pick up Orange because it's going to be a light read after going through this Wicked Fox book. So I think the next prompt I'm going to start is the book about mental health, or Book You Don't Remember, and this is Orange Volume 1. It has a lot to do with mental health. It has suicide, trigger warning, and I mean there's suicide in it, so if you can't handle that, then just letting you know that there is definitely trigger warnings for that. But this anime is amazing. If you guys don't like reading manga but you enjoy anime, please watch this anime. I cried on every single episode. Episode 1, I was crying. It was ridiculous. I'm very excited to go ahead and start reading the manga now. It's Labor Day, so I didn't have to work today. I do have to work tomorrow though, but my parents are coming over at like 6:30, which is like in an hour, and I'm going to try to cook chicken parmesan. Like, I found a homemade recipe for it. I'm gonna try to make it, and I'm hoping it comes out good because my parents are coming over and I'm making it for all of us. And then I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. Normally I don't work on Tuesdays, but I agreed to work Tuesdays because I'm not working on a Monday. I wish I wouldn't have agreed to it, but I also need the money, so. And I don't know if I showed you guys like my September spread for my bullet journal, but I really love it. I think it is so cute. I don't like this side as much, but this side I really like, and each day I read I'm going to like color in the leaves and the pumpkins and all that random stuff that I drew. But I love this spread the most. I can actually just fill in the first book. I found this on Pinterest. This was not my idea, but it's books read in September, and then there's like little light bulbs coming down, and then I used a highlighter to highlight the little fireflies and stuff, I can go ahead and add Wicked Fox. Hey guys, it is September 4th. I think I updated you guys like 2 days ago when I started reading the manga Orange, and I had to work all day Tuesday and Wednesday, which is today. But when I got home from work yesterday, I read about halfway through Orange, and it literally makes me feel the same reading it as it does watching it when I watch the anime. The anime gives a little bit more emotion to it. I think there's a little bit more panic when you watch the anime because you can literally like see the panic in Naho's face every single time she reads the letter that she gets from her future self. So it's just like, I love this. I don't even know if I like talked about what this was about, but so like for example, if you guys don't care about like a spoiler, that's not that big of a deal. The first day she wakes up, he's a new student, he comes in and they befriend him that day. In the letter, she tells herself to make sure that he does not walk home with them. It's just like little things like that, and she's basically trying to change her future because her future self is telling her what to do. And it's really intense, hardcore. But I think I could finish this either tonight or tomorrow. I do have kind of a headache because work has been really stressful the past 2 days, so I don't know if I'll be able to read too much. But I went to my P.O. box today, and this is the first time, I mean, I've gotten a lot of P.O. box like drawings and stuff, but someone sent me like a congratulations, and they put a Dollar Tree gift card in here, and I love Dollar Tree. And it says your YouTube friend, but I can't tell what the name says. If you guys can like let me know what you think the name says. Like, I feel awful because I cannot read the handwriting, and I want to be able to like tell the person who sent this to me thank you. Like, I appreciate this so much. I love the Dollar Tree, so I like 100 like thank you if you're watching for my reading channel. But I was seriously like so shocked when I opened it up, and I've had such a bad like couple days. Like when I opened that in my P.O. box, I was seriously like so happy. And then I also got a Amazon package because I don't know if you can hear Twyla eating her food very loudly over here, but this is for her. I had to buy child lock for my cabinets because at night when she's going through her, you know, normal cat rampage throughout the apartment, she likes to open up the cabinets and go inside of them and destroy everything in there. So I had to buy baby lock to lock my cabinets so she doesn't destroy everything. Honestly, this is a first. My cat's back home. I never had a problem dealing with them like opening cabinets and stuff like that. And this kind of seems a little big for my cabinets, but they're brown. I bought the brown colored, so maybe they'll blend in. I'm kind of mad because it's gonna look tacky. I'm just tired of waking up in the middle of the night, thinking someone's breaking into my apartment because there's so much noise, but it's actually just my cat just destroying my cabinets. But yeah, I'm going to continue to just like kind of watch TV. My dad actually got me YouTube TV, so I've been able to actually watch TV channels again, like in the background, which is what I do back home. I would like read while listening to the TV in the background. So that's what I've been doing, and it actually helped me read a lot better because it wasn't quiet. So yeah, I've been watching Say Yes to the Dress, and I think I'm gonna try to finish this tonight. All right guys, it's the next day, like the 5th or something like that. Yeah, September 5th. I read this far. I have this much left of Orange last night. I didn't finish it. I got really tired and I crashed. My sister actually spent the night last night, and like she went to take a shower and she came back and I was just like dead asleep. So yeah, I was really tired. I'm gonna finish Orange today 100%. Like there's not that many pages left. And I just had to go to my P.O. box because I got a package from Chewy for my little kitty cat. Here she is. She's finally starting to kind of like being held. I mean, not really, but okay, she doesn't like really being held. But I got this mat to put her food and water on because it was like $3 and it was the cheapest one I could find like literally anywhere online, and it's really cute. And then I just got her some food. I don't know why they put this little thing of food in this huge box, like literally just such a waste of cardboard. But I got the Purina Pro Plan chicken and turkey favorites variety pack for her, and they had like a seafood one too, but I was gonna try the chicken and turkey first because I feel like the seafood it'll smell really funky. I'm gonna give her just 1 can a day. There's 24 cans in here. I've had cats my whole life and we've never fed them wet food, so I'm just kind of spoiling her a little bit, but I'm just gonna give her 1 can a day. And today I'm gonna give her the white meat chicken and vegetable entree in gravy. Bad angle, but it is the next day, or 2 days, I don't know. It's September 6th, and last night I finished reading Orange, volume 1. Rated it 5 stars. Can't wait to pick up the next volume. I know the next volume is going to be more of the sad stuff than the cutesy stuff. I'm not looking forward to that, but so I checked off on my readathon bullet journal the book about mental health, and I've done 3 prompts so far. Now I'm starting the prompt Dionysus, which is a book with Greek mythology, and I am going to read Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I have actually never read this book before. I watched the movies when I was a kid and I loved the movies, but apparently the movies aren't even good to people who have read the books. I'm gonna read the books. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and now that it goes with my prompt, I know I could read this in like 2 days tops. Like, it's not a hard read at all. It's for kids. I'm very excited. I'm going to start this tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. I don't know how long it's been. It's been like over 2 weeks for this vlog, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here and then start back tomorrow with the next vlog, and it'll be like the last 2 weeks of the readathon in the next reading vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.